wearing all black.
Aloha! Here with JC and Jeff.
Ain't no time for school today.
Hitting bombs.
Hey, watch this punch cut lob wedge. Replace your Marshalls with cart girls. They're better looking. They're serving drinks.
Got to hit bombs off the tee.
Phill talking about a guy taking a shit in the cut.
Mahalo!
If we did fireside with Phill.
Fire at the stick.
Hit bomb and attack the pin.
Hey, hi. What's going on? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aloha Press podcast and YouTube show. We are out here at beautiful Amber City. I'm JC, my co-host Jeff. This is different. We've done it on the deck before. Not this deck. Jeff, where are we at?
No, we haven't. We're here live in Amador City this morning under quarantine, looking down on the beautiful city that's pretty much boarded up and closed down for right now. But, you know, to be here on a day off, or I guess I should say a work day, but taking the day off to go play some golf makes it even better.
It's, yeah, I'm sorry. I can't really get I don't know why. These chairs aren't as comfortable as the porn couch.
These are made for rocking.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a work day, you know, I don't know if you called in sick. I just quit. So I said I'm playing golf, and if you don't let me play golf, I quit.
I didn't call in sick. I actually took a vacation
Oh, you did?
day, but
Very nice of you.
I figured calling in sick and then going live on social media platforms and then documenting our day, probably not a good idea.
Probably not. They might frown upon that. For me, I don't really care. But it's exciting. We're out here, beautiful Amber City. I hear the birds chirping. Some it sounds like businesses might be opening. If you live in Texas or Georgia, you are no longer locked down.
Did they even lock down in some places?
I don't know.
Right?
I mean, it's I'm excited to play some golf today. This might be one of the last trips down to Rancho Marietta. We're going to go play the North Course. Very excited about that. Just getting into it. I mean, we did a podcast last week, and we were out at Castle Oaks. We realized that many folks enjoyed us going live on Instagram. I had a couple questions if we were going to show up in robes or not. That might happen. I don't know. I mean, your bedroom's right there. Some people thought we were going to film something else.
Right. I've got a stash in there if you need one.
We might.
I'm just saying.
But so after so many requests, Jeff's like, hey, we got to do a live podcast out here in Amador City before I take off to Georgia. But yeah, excited to kick it off.
Well, and so I didn't tell my guys at work that I was taking the day off to come golf. You know, usually I'd send them all a message saying, hey, I'll be back Thursday, you know,
yeah,
if I can get through one day without me type thing. But one of the guys reached out to me this morning and left me a little present, if you can see, down at the gate, about 20 cigars. So Johnny Cruz, thank you very much. We're testing one out right now. I'm sure we'll test a few more out on the golf course today, but
yeah, the old breakfast cigar, you know.
Yeah,
not nothing like Rockstar, Pop Tarts, and a good old cigar in the morning. I feel pretty good.
Right? I don't know. I was excited. I was like, when I text you to pick it up on your way up, I was like, it's like a little Christmas present down there for me.
I was pumped. It was like an Easter egg hunt, you know, down there by your gate. Mm-hmm. You said next to the electrical box, which I don't know what your definition of electrical box is.
I should have said next to the gate electric box.
Yeah, that's all right. I was like on the highway looking for like power lines.
You found them.
But yeah, I eventually found them. So, but yeah, super tasty. Really good cigars. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to make an order. Of some cigars,
well, I think we'll try these out today, see which ones we like, and then we'll do a big order. And we'll order our new humidors.
Yeah, that's the key.
So that we can keep them actually good and not dry.
Well, so a couple weeks ago we went to Rancho Marietta. We played the South Course, and I'm like, Jeff, hey, you want a cigar? He's like, fuck yeah, I do. So I pull these cigars out of my little like golf to go carry case, and they kind of fell apart. It was like
they didn't kind of.
No,
they did fall apart. I didn't even get mine lit. I just ended up throwing it on the ground. So.
It looked like a nice log. I don't mean like the tree fell down on the ground.
It looked like something you should use as kindling. Start a fire. It was.
Cal Fire would have ticketed me if they found that on the ground. But
it's all right.
These are unbelievable. So, Jeff, last week we launched another podcast. We're going to try to do this weekly because I'm going to have a lot more time. But we were excited to play Castle Oaks. We went out there, the course, the range, the putting green, everything looks unbelievable right now. I mean, they've had the necessary time, and if you can see any positive about anything, this Corona thing at least gave the driving range, the chipping green, the putting green, all a chance to really heal, and it looks unbelievable.
It was. It's healthy.
It's very healthy.
It's lush. But listening to the playback of our podcast, we had some concerns prior to the round, about the style of play, the unknown about the raised cups and no flags, and so it was beautiful. But the style of play, looking back, it was what it was, and it wasn't the greatest time out there. It was nice to get out and play.
Yeah,
Don't get
it
me
was
wrong, but it's not golf.
It wasn't golf. Unfortunately, the cups were raised, and for many amateur, not big enthusiasts of golf, it was definitely challenging to take it serious because we laid down some bets. Jeff took me back to the home course to get hopefully even in our race to the bottle match. Hopefully win some money, win some taco truck money. And unfortunately, with the race cups, we were about 3 holes into it and realized that jamming putters into the race cups was not golf. It was like golf. The first couple shots were golf.
T-ball in the approach was golf,
but
chipping and putting was not.
It was not, and that was really. It was fun to get out there, and I enjoy. The course is unbelievable right now. If they could sink the cups, the course would be perfect. The rough is thick.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know what kind of fertilizer they're using, but
comes from Mule Creek.
Yeah, I mean the luscious fertilizer. I don't know what's another word for fertilizer.
I don't know. I'm not in the landscape maintenance
You're
business.
not,
but,
you're not.
But it was fun. But it's one of those things competitively, you go out there, right, and you want to play it as close to regular golf as you can. But then you see everybody else in your group hitting these laser chips and these, just laser beam putts. And you're like, yeah, they're fucking essentially making birdies by doing that because they're hitting the cup and it counts.
Well,
so then we started doing it.
Yes, and Jeff, what'd you reach? 9 birdies?
It's dumb.
It wasn't even real birdies. It was to a point where I missed a birdie putt, and it rolled 35 feet. I walked up to it and hit it as hard as I could. I hit the cup. I'm like, par.
Right?
They're that doesn't count. I'm like, well.
The easiest comebackers in the world. It just, I don't know. After about 9 holes, I think all the care was gone. Even on the tee balls, you just started fucking around. So
yeah, the care was gone, and then we just realized the race of the bottle. We can't continue this because it's 1, Jeff's gonna lose, and then 2, we don't have enough cash to fund our fundraiser with as many birdies.
Yeah, fuck no.
we'd have dropped about $500, which I want to. I just don't have the cash right now.
Yeah,
got to make sure I sell a few things in my life before we achieve that.
Wow, today will be much better just because at least the cups are set in the ground. You have to actually chip and putt right.
You do.
So I'm plus we're playing the north. I didn't know that. I thought we were on the south again today. So
yeah, it's
a little treat.
The courses in our area, there's not many of them that are open, and the ones that are open, people are just flocking to. I mean, we've made an hour and 15-minute drive just to go play some golf, which was fun, which was awesome. But those tee times are drying up. Anything within an hour, it was either 11:37 or 6:10 in the morning or 4:50 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
play.
They're like gold right now.
Yeah,
that's why if you can find a time, I'll take the day off work.
Take a little vacay time.
Yeah, we'll find a way. It's not like I can go anywhere else.
No,
the vacations I had planned are canceled.
Yeah, you can't fly. I mean, you can fly. It's just you're not gonna be able to visit anything.
Except
Georgia,
right? Texas. Hey,
goddamn.
So, all right, moving on. We're excited about the North. So, race to the bottle, in effect. You
down 1, and it's back on today, legitimately.
Back on. But the fun thing is, so the loser gets to pick the course. I unfortunately found the tee time and was like, hey, this is kind of all we got. But Jeff decided to pick the tee boxes.
Yes.
And the last few months, I mean, we've played at 62, 6,400 yards. We went back to Castle, played at 58, which was fun with the race cups. But you had this maybe epiphany, realization. I mean, coming to, what is that movement? Coming to God movement? I don't know. You found Jesus? What was it? Because you texted me all excited.
That didn't happen. But so here's the thing. Most of the time when we get together and we play with a group of guys, whether we got 6 other guys with us, 2 other guys, we tend to cater to what's going to be the funnest tee boxes for everybody to have a good time, right? If it's just me and you, fuck it, we'll go to the back tees and we'll battle because it's one-on-one. And it's fun, but there's a lot of driver wedge, a lot of 3 irons off the tee. It can sometimes be boring, right? You're not challenging yourself a lot. So the MJ documentary started on Sunday.
Okay.
Michael's a huge golf fan, right? Played golf. There's so many stories about him golfing before playoff games, drinking 10 beers, playing 36 holes, and then going out and scoring 40, right? Like he's a nut.
Yeah, he's a golf fanatic.
Some of the stories had to do with, rounds against past presidents and stuff like that, and pretty much calling them little girls for trying to play the up tees.
Okay.
And pretty much the way he sums it up is, if you're competitive at all and you want to be able to talk shit to your buddies, you better beat them from the toughest tees, that you can play. 63 from the whites at 5,800 yards doesn't mean shit if you can't go back to the black tees and do it. So essentially he got me fired up.
Yeah, no, he really did.
I was like, why the fuck am I not playing the hardest tees everywhere we go?
Well,
so today I want to play the back tees.
And you should bring me back to the back tees because that's probably where I'm going to struggle is hitting some of those longer irons. But when it comes to golf, just in general, the back tees have always been this at least where we played. It was always like, why would you waste your time going back there unless you're halfway decent in golf? And the thing that I realized in the last year that I've gotten halfway decent in golf, my scores haven't improved, but my game isn't improved. Just taking some lessons and getting better at golf. The thing that I realized was hitting driver chunky wedge is not fun for me.
No, and you really don't get better.
No, it's not. It's like, it's fun every once in a while to hit like something real deep and you've got these awkward little 30-yard chip shots. But the times that I've played some of my best golf is when I've had full shots. And I mean 100, 150 to 175 yards in. I'm hitting, that's when I'm playing my best golf, and I think that's when I'm most competitive.
Yeah, I would agree. I think today's going to be a lot of fun back there. We'll play a little 2-on-2 game with Jeremy and Ben.
It's going to be fun, and you take me to you didn't even realize we were playing the North Course.
No, what's up, Bo?
Hey, dog. I think you're going to have a really good chance. I'm still going to drag you through the mud and kick your ass when it comes down to the race of the block because I'm not losing this year.
Well, I'm excited. Plus, I'm excited to get to play with you today because some of these road trips we've been taking, we haven't been in the same group. So
true.
Back tees. There's only 4 of us today. We might have to rush a little bit towards the end just to get back on time, but I can't wait.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to golf. I'm looking forward to today, just specifically. Dude, I'm packing my house up, and it has been the most challenging thing in the world. Like, we realized that in the short time that we've been in our house, I don't want to say we're pack rats, but God, you collect a bunch of crap.
Accumulate a lot of shit.
Oh, I didn't realize how much stuff people just give you. They're like, hey, do you want this? And you're like, sure. I guess I could burn it when I move. Like, I've had a consistent bonfire every day these last couple of days.
So I take it you must have packed away some of your golf clothes?
I did. Most of them.
Your shorts?
I left a couple shorts out, but I realized, dude, yesterday was kind of chilly and, 70-degree weather. It's a little nippy out here.
I'm excited to be back in short sleeves and shorts, but fuck, my legs are white, bro. I'm like, Jesus.
Well, it's. I wore white pants today.
Yeah, they're about the same shade as my legs, but hey.
So it goes.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it's been So I packed most of my golf stuff, which is sad. Hopefully, I labeled the boxes right, because when we were like packing our stuff away, I realized I had packed like stuff that I really liked that I didn't really realize I liked until I found it, unpacked it to pack it.
How much shit did you not like? Because I heard that you've had quite a bit of stuff for sale online.
Oh yeah, we've been Facebook Marketplace. We pretty much opened our own little shop.
Did you sell that razor yet?
Not yet. If anyone's looking for a Polaris Razor 900 XP, okay, with very low hours, never been wrecked, never been crashed, super clean, hit me up. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever.
If it keeps dropping and doesn't, I'm always there as a last resort.
I realize that
Okay.
your last resort is your last resort is always like at a heavily discounted rate.
Probably, but
Which is okay.
I mean, maybe it's just I'll store it, since you don't want to take
Sure.
it out there.
I've had lots of people who are like, "Oh, just drive out there. We'll get it to you. If it doesn't sell, we'll just keep it here. It'll be covered." And I'm like, "Bullshit! You're gonna be buying a trailer, a helmet, some razor freaking clothes."
It's probably not a good thing for me to get something like that because
Why not?
one, I only have a little over an acre. It's not like I can screw around on it a lot at my house, but it's very easy to take it onto the highway, downtown, the back roads to Sutter Creek.
Well, the good
Next
news,
thing you know, I'll be cruising to Plymouth on Quartz Mountain, fucking
I
hanging
mean-
out in that thing.
it gets great gas mileage. I mean, I wouldn't drive it around on my own, because there's certain individuals who might, deem that as illegal or whatever. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's the way it goes.
Well, hey, all right.
So moving on. Pretty excited about today. This whole quarantine is giving you an opportunity to, I feel like, do some research. I mean, you're watching golf, Michael Jordan. People they're not even professional golfers. But
Yeah, I've been watching a lot and reading a lot.
well, so last night before the podcast to kind of get prepared, I realized that golf is coming back.
True.
At the beginning of June at Colonial, I've heard Ryan Palmer he's on some board or something, and he said that it's going to be the largest field, the best quality field in golf
When they come back,
when they come back.
I would agree. It's just going to suck with no fans. I mean,
It'll be fun to have golf back, but I'd rather take the Brooks Koepka take on it, is that fans are there to energize and promote and also find everyone's golf ball.
right? Yeah, one, keep them in play, and then two, find them when they go a little wide.
I mean, he essentially said occasionally we hit a few foul balls and we get the help from the patrons to locate the golf balls.
Well, that
in the weeds.
and the grandstands.
Oh.
There's going to be no grandstands. Just think of balls are going to be going God knows where. Are they going to consider it OB?
I would hope so. I'm sick and tired of people hitting into the third deck of the grandstands. At the
Right?
middle
It
of
would
drop
be it
line.
would be in the parking lot if those
Yes.
weren't there. But so now it'll be a little bit different.
I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be fun to have golf back. I'm not a big fan of them. PGA Tour said that they're going to need 1 million coronavirus test kits. I'm not a big fan of that because we only have 4 million in the United States. Because that's kind of selfish
So
when
here-
it comes to, I don't know, first responders, essential employees, medical personnel, people that are actually sick.
Here's my thing.
Sure.
Say a tournament's coming close to you, right? How many people are going to try to sneak out there and watch?
Well, I mean, you could probably falsify some badges.
And then, two, how good would it be if you're a cop in that area and you get the security detail? Well, there's nobody to pay attention to, so you're essentially front row. I'm going to follow Phill today.
I think I'm going to carry a couple bags.
I'm going to follow Rory
Read some
tomorrow.
putts.
So
I think that's the only way I'd come back as a cop, is if I got to cover golf, walk inside the ropes, and occasionally read a few putts on the PGA Tour.
I think they'd let you read about one putt and then you'd be done. So
Phil, you're just going to need to hammer this one
Right.
down the pipe, okay? Take all the break out of it.
Yeah.
He'd putt into a bunker. It'd be great.
Yeah, but speaking of Phill, I did watch a bunch of Phill instructional videos yesterday.
How old were these videos?
he was fat, so probably at least 3, 4, 5 years old.
I've watched those same things. I've watched all of them. They always fuck me up. I'm always screwed up after I watch Phil's fucking magical hands dance around the green.
Well, so that's the thing. I started with the long iron work, right? So I watched him hit 5 irons.
See, the thing is, you start with the most practical shit. I start with the backward
Flop
shot. The flop backward shot. You know how many times I've tried to do that?
0?
No, not in like actual game. I've
Oh.
tried to practice it.
Oh, to practice it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he essentially he's like, okay, you got a downhill lie next to the green, short pin. Okay, instead of just chunking into the bunker and then hitting a bunker shot or chipping it backwards, you essentially hit it. You turn around and you try and hit a backward shot.
Yeah, I didn't.
It doesn't work.
I didn't watch any of those videos.
So you watched the real
I watched
ones.
some,
Okay.
some ones that might help me, and then I grabbed a club afterwards and tried to mimic it. But it's like, in the end, I know it's all fucking for naught because I'm gonna go out there and do exactly what feels comfortable and not something new because
Well,
I want to win.
You're not fat.
All right, I want to win. Fuck.
What do you? Do you think you really should be following Phill? Do you think Phill should watch his own videos?
I think Phil needs to go back and watch stuff from like his Arizona State days and his early days when he didn't wear a hat
Yes.
and just kind of was fucking go get it, ripped it, and was a lot more exciting to watch. Now we don't even get to see him because he's so far back on the leaderboard. They don't fucking show him.
That's true. It is sad. I want him to be back in the mix, and I think those days are limited. But I think this layoff, maybe he skipped a few gym days and ate a few more donuts, and is hitting it not as far.
I hope so. We'll see.
So the thing that while I was doing some of the research about golf's coming back, then I saw this stupid article about Bryson DeChambeau. Him on his gaming console on Twitch. Again, if you don't know what Twitch is, okay, Google it. Or I gave a very shitty, detailed explanation of what Twitch was about 3 episodes ago. Check it out anywhere you get your podcast, YouTube show. He's going to play with a 48-inch driver. He currently plays with a standard 45.5-inch driver. He's now thinking about testing a 48-inch driver because he feels that he can gain that much more distance.
It's always something with him. Was he quarantined watching World Long Drive or something? Is he gonna use Vice golf balls too, or what?
Oh, and Bubba used this shitty Volvic.
Bubba tried that, and he realized real quick that was a mistake.
That's like a hot topic. If you ever bring that up to Bubba, he is not a big fan of talking about his choice of golf balls.
Yeah, we've all tried different golf balls, tried to wheel and deal.
Yeah.
But in the end, you always there's 2 or 3 good balls out there that you always go back to. That's worth spending the money on.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like the times that I kind of like taper off, like I didn't realize how important that the golf ball is, like to your game. That's the one thing that I've really kind of learned in the past is just being able to like stay consistent and stop watching the Phil Mickelson how-to videos. They always fuck me. When I was having those chipping yips, which I still have, I was watching all kinds of crap.